Hello and welcome to Prudent Media News. Now a look at the top stories. Opposition ready to rock the assembly session. Issues like drug nexus, illegal mining, highway expansion likely to create a furor. Government to face 2,602 questions. Drug nexus issue reaches NSUI Chief Rahul Gandhi's court. Assures stern action. Why isn't DYSP Salgaonkar interrogated yet? Questions State President Kautankar. BJP demands increase of OBC quota from 19.5% to 27%. Strongly criticizes government for depriving Bahujan Samaj. Increase in export duty on iron ore likely. Ban on export unlikely. Centre under pressure from Steel Ministry. Ministry demands total ban on ore export. New constitution passed at Goa Football Association's annual general body meeting. Fresh elections for new executive committee to be held by 31st October 2010. And young shuttlers Anurag Prabhudesai and Rahul Chandrasekhar excel at Dawn Memorial Major Ranking Badminton Tournament. And now the news in detail. Monsoon session of Goa Assembly will commence from Monday. Opposition party is all geared up to corner the ruling coalition. Issues like drug nexus and alleged links of Home Minister's son, excise scam, National Highway 4-lane, illegal mining and functioning of the Health Department are expected to create a furor. Government will face a record of 2,602 questions. Here is a report.
Monsoon session will go on till the 6th of August. Around 2,602 star questions will be placed on the floor of the House, of which 871 questions will have to be answered by the ministers. 3 days will be allotted for the general discussion on the budget and 9 days for discussions on the demands and grants of various departments. Top 10 issues for the monsoon session: drug nexus and Home Minister's son's alleged links, no confidence motion on the Speaker, wrong replies by the ministers in the Assembly, functioning of the Health Department, law and order situation, PWD 4-lane highway inadequate water supply, excise scam, illegal mining, amendment in the Cooperative Act, price rise, Nadia death case, national highway issue, agitation for 15 paise raise in bus fare by private bus owners, agitating teachers and government employees who retired at the age of 58, teachers recruitment in aided schools and fee structure, Regional Plan 2021 are some of the issues being agitated outside the Assembly. After Miki Pacheco's exit, Neelkanth Halankar is new to the tourism portfolio. Tense relations between the NCP and the Congress suffocating of the MGP MLAs, the pressure on the Home Minister Ravi Naik in the drug nexus issue, accused in the Nadia death case Miki Pacheco in the Assembly, Minister without voting right Vishwajit Rane, Pandurang Madkaikar waiting for a ministerial berth. Everybody will witness this budget session. It will be interesting to see how the Chief Minister Digambar Kamath gets the appropriation bill passed. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
The Goa's drug nexus case has reached Rahul Gandhi's court in NSUI. NSUI is strongly demanding CBI inquiry in the case. State President Sunil Kautankar says Rahul has appreciated the stand and has assured a stern action. Kautankar is back from Delhi after briefing Rahul Gandhi on the drug mafia nexus and state NSUI's campaign.
We were expecting that response from him is that Rahul Gandhi said that I really appreciate the stand taken by the Goa NSUI unit to oppose this drug mafias in Goa. So we also asked him that this matter should go to CBI because it is very serious and the state police are involved. The state police are involved and the state police are only investigating the case. So it is unfair. So he was like, you don't worry, we will take the necessary action that is required and the strong action what is required. So from his side it was a necessary and strong action assured to us by Shri Rahul Gandhi ji.
Goa NSUI leaders say they have full faith in CM.
म्हाका विश्वास आसा मुख्यमंत्र्याचेर की ते आतांय गोंयच्या लोकांच्या इंट्रस्टान हो स्टेप घेतले आनी ही केस CBIक दितले.
NSUI Goa will meet Governor and will press for their demand of CBI inquiry into the drug nexus case.
Yes, we will be meeting Governor in this week.
Sunil questioned the crime branch why DYSP Salgaonkar's residence is not searched in spite of his allegations.
See, I made allegation that crime branch officials are involved. They asked my statement. I said DYSP Salgaonkar is involved. You raid his house right now. They didn't go. Now it is of no use because now by these 4-5 days he must have done everything. Now it is of no use. I made a right allegation. I made a statement. You send the team right now. When they can send the team of 10-12 policemen to my residence at Porvorim by searching, they can search my residence and come to my house at Porvorim as if I was a criminal. Then they can also send a team to the officer of their own department because the driver of the department will definitely know where his officer is staying.
Sunil made it clear that NSUI's agitation will continue.
Even if we die, I am again repeating, even if we die, we are not going to stop this agitation until and unless this situation is handled carefully by the government.
A reporter in Panji, Laukik Shilkar, with video journalist Sushant Par.
The union government may again hike export duty on iron ore, but it is unlikely to opt for an outright ban on export. News reports from Delhi say there is a pressure from Steel Ministry to charge 20% export duty on the iron ore to discourage the exports. The move, if comes into force, will raise a question mark on the growing iron ore export from Goan mining industry.
The government at the centre may again hike export taxes on iron ore. The move will make steel-making raw material costlier for biggest customer China. Any clampdown on ore exports by India would send shockwaves through the $88 billion international market, forcing up prices and increasing Chinese reliance on top producers Australia and Brazil. Media has quoted a top Steel Ministry official as saying exports should be cut or banned. But few in the market expect to see a blanket ban, with Delhi more inclined to raise tariff as government itself benefits from ore exports, a bigger earner of foreign exchange that boosts the profit of state-run steel and mining firms. Secretary of the Goa Mineral Ore Exporters Association, Glenn Kalvampara, has opposed the move, which may curb the low-grade iron ore exports. Miners say they export mostly low-grade ore and fines to China. Steel firms blend it with superior raw material, while in India, steel firms mainly use high-grade ore. Glenn Kalvampara says there should be no ban on iron ore exports. This is a major industry and a number of people are dependent on it. Plus, there is no demand for low-grade ores for domestic requirement. India produced 226 million tons of iron ore in the year March 2010, nearly half of which was exported mostly to China. While the Steel Ministry wants the government to discourage the iron ore exports, India's Mines Ministry is adamant against banning iron ore exports. It's clear that the move, if comes into force, will definitely affect the Goan mining industry and the thousands of families relying on it. Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.